Dear teachers, students, and parents, my name is Natalie, and today I'm going to be talking about my story, A Stranger in My Body. To begin with, imagine waking up one morning feeling that your own legs no longer answer you. You tell your mom you can't feel them. She looks at you, the person who's supposed to know you better than anyone in the whole world, and she says, "Stop pretending." That was Sarah, a 14-year-old, and the most dangerous thing in her life wasn't the disease that was destroying her slowly. It was also that nobody believed the disease was real. Hold on to that thought because today I want to talk about the illness we cannot see. We like to think that sickness announces itself, a fever, a rash, something visible, something that earns sympathy. But most of the serious diseases, they move in silence. They damage the body for years while the person looks perfectly fine. Diabetes runs in blood with no warning. Autoimmune disorders turns the body against itself. Nutritional deficiencies quietly starve itself of what it needs. And celiac disease, the heart of the story, lets a single ordinary food, gluten, slowly erode the gut from the inside. They stay hidden because their signs are misunderstood, ignored, or mistaken for something else entirely. I know this story closely because it began with my own sister Sarah. Watching her carry the illness that nobody could see taught me something I couldn't unlearn. That sometimes the hardest part of being sick isn't sickness, it is the loneliness of not being believed. Her courage through fear, confusion, loneliness, and hope is what gave this story a voice. So I wrote A Stranger in My Body. Now, what is celiac disease exactly? Celiac disease is an autoimmune disorder when someone who eats gluten, their immune system attacks the small intestine, damaging the very lining that absorbs nutrients. It can cause fatigue, anemia, digestive problems, and stunted growth in children. And here is what makes it easy to miss. Roughly 1 in 100 people worldwide are estimated to have it, yet they face many years of dilation before the correct diagnosis. There is no pill that cures it. The only treatment for life is a strict gluten-free diet. Now, imagine living inside that silence as a young girl. Pain that comes without warning, exhaustion that sleep never repairs, physical change she cannot explain, isolation no one around her sees, and yet nobody understands what's happening to her. Even the people that are closest to her are certainly thinking she is exaggerating. She's being lazy, dramatic, or just seeking attention. Now, that's the daily weight of a disease nobody sees, carrying it and being doubted at the same time. Now, this is Sarah's story. For years, she suffered chronic fatigue, painful mouth sores, growth that simply stopped. And for years, she was dismissed by doctors, even by her own mother, as lazy and faking it. Then came the day where her legs went numb, and the chair became her world. At school, isolation turned into bullying. She was drowning, and everyone insisted she was the only one swimming. The turning point did not come from her doctor. It came from a friend. Cece typed Sarah's symptoms into an AI search tool, and she found a single clarifying and a terrifying answer: celiac disease. And her childhood friend, Mira, gave her something just as vital, the courage to stand up for herself. Armed with that breakthrough, Sarah finally convinced her mom to see a compassionate specialist who's called Dr. Lin, who confirmed the truth. The years of eating gluten had eroded her small intestine and starved her body from vital nutrients. Today, on a gluten-strict diet, Sarah made full recovery. She has left the wheelchair behind and found a long life purpose to become a doctor who fights for other children that medical world refuses to believe in. Now, why does this story matter to you? Why did I write it? I wrote this story to raise awareness so silent diseases like celiac disease are recognized sooner, to encourage listening, to urge families, teachers, doctors to listen when a child says something feels wrong, and to help us see the invisible, to remember that a person can look perfectly healthy while quietly fighting a serious condition inside. But sometimes the hardest battle is not the illness itself. It is convincing others that the suffering is real. Thank you. For more information, please contact Natanofo 2000 at Gmail. Thank you.